My fellow traders, I hope everybody had a great week last week and you're having an even better weekend. Now, I could have had a great week last week. My week was good, but it could have been great. And, you know, that's one of the things we have to accept as day traders. And it's hard to accept sometimes. It's hard to swallow when we miss opportunities. But sometimes you just can't help it. You know, with me on Tuesday, I had my, meeting at my son's school, and I wasn't able to trade the open Tuesday. We had a really solid trade at the opening range breakdown. Some of you guys caught it. It was right on our watch list we made, and I missed it, but I didn't come back in the market trying to force anything. And that's where we make a lot of our mistakes. When we miss out on a big trade, we get upset, and then we want to come in and take advantage of it, and try to take advantage of whatever we have left. And a lot of times there's nothing there. It's just a time where we should not be trading. If we miss our opportunity, we wait and come back the next day. That's my philosophy. And then you're gonna have days like Friday where we had a stock, J&J. It didn't hit my scan until after 9. And I don't look at my scan after 9. And we had a member to bring it up, said, hey, check this out. By then it was too late for me to deal with the opening range, but I was tracking it, waiting for a secondary entry, and it just continued to sell off. And this would have been another trade that rivaled our XPO trade. Well, we made, over $1,000 on that one ticker in our small account, trading a couple hundred shares. We had another opportunity to do that. And, when you miss it, you really get frustrated. And I could have easily gone in and just really wrecked my day. But I had to be disciplined and just chill. And so we didn't have the best of weeks, but it was good. We had that swing trade that worked out. And, Apple, if everything works out, that's gonna, I'll look like a genius if that works out. But, it's just a matter of being patient and allowing things to develop, and allowing things to work. And if we miss out on something, just take a chill pill. The market's gonna come to us in different ways. So we just have to be, aware and ready for when that market comes to us. So we did the market analysis this week, this morning. Hey guys, all members, if you're a member of the community, take advantage of this 9 o'clock session that we have every Sunday morning. It's not just about swing trading. We do build our swing trade watch list. That's how, everybody that was there and that watched it saw, knew we had TWLO, and they knew exactly what we were looking at. But it's more than that. It's bigger than just swing trading. The first part of it, we're analyzing the market. We're talking about what happened the week before, and we're looking at, what can happen this coming week, what we want to see, the things we want to focus on. All of these things are very, very important. And, we have got to, ooh, I almost saw a wreck. That was really close. Thank God for these automatic brakes, because I don't think they even saw each other. Anti-lock brakes and everything. But made me lose my thought process. But just come in. We do this every week, and we're talking about what the market looks like in the coming week, so we can position ourselves to take advantage of it. It's not about, we try to make predictions, but it's based off of technical analysis. And I think that's very, very important. Technical analysis is key. and we look at some historical things, and we try to, you know, figure out what we should be looking for going in. So you guys have access to that. Now, also, you can come in and ask questions. I know a lot of you guys study during the weekend. You have questions. You know, I'm there live. I can answer them. Doesn't have to be about swing trading. You know, once we finish, I'm there to answer. It's a Q&A session. So take advantage of it. I'm there. And if you can't be there, just the video is usually up on the members video page, you know, by the evening. So you get a chance to check it out. All right. So let's get to the question this week. And it is, you know, how important do I feel the entry price is? And that's a good question. You know, about 99.9% of all of these trading education communities preach the entry is everything. Entry is the key to the trade. And, you know, I can understand why. I can really understand why they feel that way. And as a new trader, that's what we're taught. Because if we nail an entry, it's going to allow us to give that trade more opportunity to work. Okay? Our stop is not going to be so close to our entry. It's going to allow us, or to a whatever technical level we're basing that trade off of, we had a potential to make more profit. Everything is positive about it going forward. And that's what helps us in terms of our, you know, managing the trade. If we have a positive mental attitude in managing that trade, then we're fine. So, you know, that's why, you know, a lot of people feel the open is the most important. I don't feel not the open, the entry. I don't feel the entry is the most important. I know we have the most control over our trade right before the entry and at entry, but I really honestly and truly feel that there are more elements that are just as important as the open, not as important. You know, like I said, that time before we at the open, we have complete control of our trades. And why not use that in the planning phase? Because if you get in a trade and you don't have your stop set, and you don't have your profit target set, and you haven't done the right planning, then you have lost complete control once you enter the trade. I mean, complete control. You are 100% at the mercy of the market at that point. So, and we can't give up that much control. We need to keep all of the control that we have at our fingertips. We need to keep that. So in order to do that, we have to make sure we have a solid, viable trading plan that includes the entry. You know, and another question I get is, you know, why don't I give out prices for entries? You know, why don't I give an alert price to say, hey, enter at this price? Well, most of the time, the trades that we take are based off levels of support or resistance. And oftentimes it's a moving average or VWAP. And those prices change. Now, yeah, sometimes it could be based off a solid level, but that price does not dictate whether we enter or not. It has to establish itself below that level. And at that time, I don't know what price they're going to establish below it at. So, you know, trying to nail a specific price down doesn't make sense to me, and I just don't do that. You know, and I get PMs a lot from newer members who don't understand my philosophy on that. But, you know, it's all about making sure you guys it's all about making sure you guys have all of the elements under control. That's what it's about. You gotta have all of the elements under control. That your entry, not only do you have a solid entry strategy, but you have a solid short strategy. And I'll be doing a whole video on my stop strategy. The whole video on my stop strategy, so you guys can understand. You know, some people don't, you know, they know I have a max dollar amount loss, but they don't understand how I manage that trade, you know, with position size. You know, if I have to give a stock more room, I have to reduce my position size. And then, you know, that whole process. So I've got to, you know, I'm going to do a whole video and share that with you. But the main thing is, you have to focus on your exits, whether it's your stop or your profit targets. Those need to have just as much focus as everything else in your trading, as your entries. Okay, you can have the best entry in the world, but if your stop isn't right, it can cost you. You can have the best entry in the world, and if your profit targets aren't right, it can cost you some profit and keep you from maximizing the efficiency of that trade you're in. So it's really, really important, guys, that you not just focus on the open, that you focus on all the elements, and it all goes back to planning. So my focus is on planning and then execution, because execution is king. If you can't execute these trade plans based on these strategies, you will never be a good day trader. You'll never make money. Execution is the key to everything. So yeah, and nailing the entry is part of execution. It is the first part of executing. You know, once you build that trade plan, the first part of executing is the entry. So it is important, and you definitely need to make sure you understand where the stop needs to be, where your profit targets need to be, so that you can maximize your potential on that trade. All right, so I hope that answered your question. I hope I didn't go too far off on a tangent. All right, but guys, just to remind you, our Christmas special, it's about wrapped up. I know it was for the 12 days of Christmas, but like I said, once all of the seats are filled, I'm gonna pull it. I can't take any more people. I limit myself to how many people I can work with. So, you know, it's there. And I know it's Christmas time. And if you guys need to split your payment, you know, $150 this month and $150 next month, because you want to keep some extra cash for Christmas, that's fine. Just send me an email. You know, not a problem. But the link to the Christmas special is going to be in the description part of this video. So I hope you guys got something out of today. I hope I didn't ramble too much. And the weather's so good, I just want to ride for days, but I can't do that. But you guys have a great rest of your weekend, and I'll see you back in the jungle on Monday.